In news overseas, hundreds are fleeing Russia after Putin's order to call up 300,000 more troops to fight in Ukraine, while Iranian women are burning their hijabs in protest over the death of a young woman. These and other developments across the seas in tonight's Global News Wrap-Up by Meg Luna.
Russians are fleeing the country after President Vladimir Putin ordered a partial mobilization of military reservists, calling for 300,000 more troops to fight in Ukraine. A large number of Russians are crossing the borders of Finland and Georgia. The government of Finland says it was considering barring most Russians from entering as traffic increased. Meanwhile, voting has begun in Russian-occupied regions of Ukraine, including Lugansk, Kherson, Zaporizhia, and Donetsk, in referendums that ask voters if they want their regions to officially become part of Russia. The Russian-orchestrated voting was widely condemned by Western countries, while Europe and Ukraine called it illegitimate and a sham. Women protesters threw their hijabs into a fire on a street in Iran to denounce the death of a 22-year-old woman detained by the police for improperly wearing her hijab. At least 9 people are killed as clashes continue to escalate between Iranian security forces and demonstrators in several parts of the country. In India, thousands rushed to buy tickets for a cricket match between India and Australia, causing a stampede that injured around 20 people. Nearly 30,000 waited in long lines for only 3,000 tickets, as police used batons to control the crowd. Meanwhile, about 226 pilot whales have been found stranded on the rugged west coast of Tasmania, Australia. Locals covered survivors with blankets and doused them with seawater to keep them alive. However, Australian rescuers were only able to save 32. Some of them were released back in the ocean. Meg Luna for The Nation.